Hi guys! So today I thought we would do something fun. We're going to be doing a cosplay decade challenge. I've seen this floating around on Instagram and on Facebook, I think. I don't know if it's on YouTube because I don't really follow cosplayers on YouTube. So today I guess it's going to be a little different because I haven't posted a cosplay related video in like forever. So you guys are going to see that today. And I'm going to be using this template. There's like 10 questions on it, and we're just going to, answer these questions, I suppose. And if I could, I'll find you guys some pictures also. The first question is your first project of the decade. I think my first project of the decade was Angie Ushiromiya from Umineko no Naku Koro ni. What? I have internet. What? Hello? Good Lord. Okay. Oh, we're back. Okay, cool. So my first cosplay of the decade, I believe, was Angie Ushiromiya from Umineko no Naku Koro ni. It was like a series that was like mildly popular in 2010/2011. I think that's what I would ask. I'm pretty sure. So if I can find you guys a picture, I would definitely will. So give me 1 second. I will find you a photo right now. Hello? Apparently not. Okay. So yeah, so that costume I didn't make myself. It was like a trench coat jacket, and then my mom helped me alter it because she has this like trench coat jacket that's like short, and then she has these like weird ruffly sleeves on the ends of it. And then I was like not even close to like the skill level to do it, and I was, so my mom really helped me there. I'm still trying to find it, by the way. My mom really helped me there. I actually didn't start like sewing things on my own, became really independent until I went to college. So I went to college in 2011, the year after, but I didn't really like started making my own costume until then. So my mom has always kind of pitched in to kind of help me out. During high school. Oh, here's a picture. Here you go. Here I am. Very cute. It's just like a school uniform. And, I love this costume, by the way, because I love the character. Oh my God, there's a timestamp there. This is from September 19, 2010. You can't really see the 2010, but that's where it's from. That's kind of cute. Oh gosh. I was so cute and not as fat back then, But anyway, I really like this costume, actually. I still have it. I wish I could still wear it because I think it was on the smaller side when I wore it. So now, obviously, I don't think I can wear it anymore. But I love Umineko no Naku Koro ni, and I wish I was able to kind of cosplay more from it because, I don't know. Like, I really should, like, cosplay more from it. So, number 9, your favorite cosplay photo of yourself right now. It's my Wei Wuxian costume, a photo that I've taken of myself. Well, not of myself, but somebody else. A friend of mine took of me in November. I think, was it in November? Is this photo? It's really pretty. Yeah, it's really pretty. I edited it myself. I love the makeup on it. And, I just did something different for Wei Wuxian that I didn't do before at other cons, and I just really love Wei Wuxian. So, like, I can't say no to that. I love Wei Wuxian so very, very much. Number 3, your most memorable convention experience. In the decade, I have a lot of, like, pretty great experiences at cons. That's a really tough one. I feel like in 10 years, a lot of things have happened. I'm trying to think. I'm going to come back to this question and think while I'm talking about other ones. Number 4, your favorite technique you learned. I think the favorite technique I've learned, this is going to be really boring, but the favorite technique I've learned is time management. when I was in college, I used to be the biggest procrastinator on the planet. Like, if you think you're a procrastinator, I can beat you at it. Like, personally, I'm like not very good at a lot of things, but I can definitely beat you at procrastination, which is not great. So, like, with costumes, like, if I have like multiple cosplays planned, I would not start until like the week before a con. Like, it's just always like that. If I have like 5 costumes I need to make, like from scratch, I would like wait until the week before the con to do it, and then I would like be pulling all nighters. I would be miserable. There's been time where I literally like was sewing until like 5 in the morning because I like keep procrastinating, even though I totally don't have to. But like in the past few years, in the past 2 or 3 years, I've kind of like learned to first like cut down the amount of cosplays that I'm making from scratch. Second, if I were to make costumes, then I would like start earlier and just like take, usually I'll be busy during the week, but during the weekend I would be sewing for a few hours. Like I'll sew for like 5 hours each day on the weekend of like a month before the convention or something like that. Then it's much easier. It's less stressful for me. And, I have a better time in my life. As far as like cosplay related techniques, that is not time management. I'm trying to think. Rolled hems. Rolled hems is my favorite technique on the planet, and everybody should do rolled hems unless you have a serger. I remember in 2011, I didn't know how to roll my hem yet. And I was doing my Snow White cosplay, and I posted on DeviantArt. And I remember there was like one really nasty comment about this cosplay, and then there's also another one that is like constructive criticism that was like, honey, you should roll your hems. And I was like, you can do that? So basically what roll hem is, I'll just show out on a post-it note. So imagine this is like the end of your fabric. And usually you'll hem like this, and then you'll just sew this way. Instead of like that, you'll roll one more time, and then you'll sew this way. Therefore, you'll have a very clean like hemline. Because if you were to just sew like this, then your fabric may fray, especially if it's like a cotton fabric, it's gonna fucking fray on you. And it's gonna look bad, especially if like the inside of your clothing is somehow exposed at any time, which is like what happened with my Snow White, is that I had it hemmed up like this at the collar, but I was bending down to like sniff a flower in the photo, and you can really see the messy hems on the inside. So like rolled hem is like my savior. I feel like it made my costume look better than it's supposed to be. It does take practice, I think, but like once you have a pretty good grip on it, then you can definitely like roll your hem like a second nature. So that's like my favorite technique, which is like really boring, but like I love my hems. I love my rolled hems. Number 5, your 3 favorite creators that you follow. That's a very interesting question. Like personally, I like a lot of cosplayers, and I kind of alternate between. I follow most of the cosplayers on Instagram now because Facebook pages kind of die really fast. I guess I'm trying to think. Like some people are really amazing. Like my friend Nan, who is like really really great, and made this like beautiful Whooping Hood costume like at Otakon, and I was like, holy crap. And I'm trying to think of others. Like ZG Cosplay is really amazing. They're like really great also. And I really love their different interpretation of like what they come up with for their characters. And I've been really loving Zudi Cosplay. Hello. I think he goes by him, but please correct me if I'm wrong. He does pretty great like costumes also, and then he does like incredible like posing. Like he just looks really great. It's fantastic. That's number 5. Number 6, your most challenging project. My most challenging I breathe like that because I have like really nightmares about this costume, but it's also like my own fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think the most challenging project I've ever encountered in this decade is Elsa from Frozen. I made it, I think, in 2014 or maybe 2015. I think it was 2014. If I can pull it up, I'll show you. Here it is, 2014. So it looks like this. Oh gosh, I'll turn the brightness down a little bit so you guys can kind of see it more. There it is. There it is. So this costume is a nightmare. Like it's incredibly expensive to make, and the payback is just like so little. Like it's just so little. I do not look good in this costume, and I probably should have just gotten like a store bought one and be done with it because it's just like not great. So let me tell you why it's difficult. Oh, thank you. So in this, oh gosh, trying keep turning down the brightness. They keep turning it back up. Okay, so in this is a corset, and on the corset, there's individual sequins made out of craft foam and painted in several layers, and like 3 layers of these sequins. Like they're painted with these like acrylic paints, and then like painted with glitter, and then also sprayed. I think they're also like sealed with some sort. I don't know. They also got sealed somehow. I spent so much time on this corset to the point that I didn't have enough time to work on the rest of the costume. And even so, like it doesn't look very good. Like I don't know, like the corset is like not my favorite, and also broke like a few hours in, and I was really unhappy about that. And like the skirt, like you can really tell that I ran out of time because like the skirt is like kind of puckered, not really well made. The shirt is not very well made. And I like went through so many different fabric choices for this particular costume that I just have like a bunch of fabric at home that's just Elsa fabric. And I spent so much fucking money on it, and I did so many Joann's runs for this costume that is stupid. And I didn't love this costume. Like it's fine when I was wearing it, but like since it was broken, like in the middle, I think it was like in the middle of the convention, I just did not have the greatest time with it. But it was really challenging, and I'm not doing that again. It's just not worth my time or effort on it at all. Okay, I think this is number 6. Your favorite material you use. Let me think. Like one of my favorite materials, not to use, but to like, I guess to use, but not to sew. I'll just say that is Chinese brocade fabric that they're usually satin with like brocade on it, because when you use that kind of fabric, anything you make, even if it's trash, looks fantastic. Like it doesn't even matter if like your sewing is just like sucky, but like it looks fantastic regardless. And that looks really fantastic, but also really, 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 really difficult to like work with because it's very slippery and it will like just slide out from you, which is very annoying. So I guess like the most reliable fabric I really like is like suiting or like heavier cotton fabric, because those not only are they easy to work with, they're also like they take dyes really well. Like if you were to dye it, they paint really well. Like satin doesn't paint very well, but like cotton and suiting does. And they're just fantastic. Like I like them a lot. Another material, it's not fabric, is fabric paint. I use this fabric paint called Jar Quad fabric paint, and that stuff is fantastic. Like it comes in a jar, and you have to order on Amazon. It's not at Joann's, it's not at Michael's, which really suck because I have to like order off Amazon every time. But that's really fantastic. Super easy to paint on, super easy to stay on. Really great. I really love it. I also really like trims as well. Like I feel like that's super general, but I really like trims. It makes any cosplay look really great, even if, your sewing is not the best. Yes. Number number 7, I think this is number 7. Your favorite costume you completed. That's really tough because I feel like I change cosplays, like change my favorite depending. Right now, my favorite cosplay that I've worn, not necessarily that I've made, is the Wei Wuxian costume that I wore in November. It's the more shiny version of Wei Wuxian. If I can show you, it looks like this. It's not full body though. So it looks like this. I really love it because it has a lot of texture. It has a lot of like different kinds of texture. You have your chiffon, you have your like, it's not cotton. Yeah, you have your cotton, you have your synthetic fabric, and I really like it because it's like so many beautiful like mixture of fabrics, and it's a gradient dye. Cosplay is so expensive. It is super expensive, and because I'm a masochist, I really like to, participate in a hobby that's incredibly annoying and incredibly expensive. So I like the costume because the gradient's really beautiful, and they also have like really pretty prints on there, as well as a mix of fabric, and I like the character a lot. So that's my favorite so far. I think that's my favorite. Number 8, your last project of the decade. My last project of the decade is also Wei Wuxian again, but it's from Untamed, which is the live action adaptation of Modao Zushi, which is Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation. And this is the costume. So this was posted December 9th. So that's the last costume I believe I'm going to complete in 2019. Because, by the time I get back home, it'll be 2020. It'll be January 3rd, 2020. So this costume I bought. Okay, I did not make this. And I also really I kind of love and hate this costume. Love and hate it. It's beautiful, beautiful costume. It has a mixture of fabrics, which I love, and I know like the design was like intentionally to like mix it around to make it beautiful. So it's like a mixture of like pleather and cotton, and there's a couple of different textures going on. And I like it, but it's also a pain in the ass to put on and a pain in the ass to take off. So I struggle with that. I think it took me literally like a full hour to get this like costume good enough for me to like take 2 selfies. Like that's, I don't know, a lot of work with not so much reward. But you know what? I do love these 2 selfies a lot. So it works out, I guess. Number 10, your costume plans for 2020. All right, I'm gonna pull up my future cost plan here. So for 2020, it's gonna be a little weird because I'm actually moving. I'm moving. I live in the DC area right now, and I'm actually going to be moving to Colorado towards the end of 2020 because that's where my new job is going to be. So I haven't planned anything really beyond February because that's really the only con that I'm like pretty sure I'm going to be going to. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be going to that con, and I'm not sure about the other cons. So I guess, yeah, I guess that's where I am right now. So for that con, that's really the only costume plan. And I think after that, I'm just going to like chill for a little while and just like, yeah, just chill out. Like, I don't think I'm going to be making any new costumes after that because I feel like that's a lot of costumes. If I can find this photo, that would be fantastic. But for 2020, I'm going to be wearing that Wei Wuxian costume that I just showed you guys just now. That's like my last project of 2019. I'm also going to be cosplaying Jiang Yanli from Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation, which I have the costume of. I purchased that costume in October, so I have it. Yay! Yeah. If I can find the collage, I wish I have the collage with me to show you guys because I have one. Um, is that it? No, that's not. That's something else. And I'm also gonna be going to be Noja from Noja. It's like a Chinese movie. It was oh, here it is. It was played, I think, in October. Um or was it in September? It released in the US in September, but it came out in China, I think over the summer, like in August or something like that. But they had a worldwide release and the DVD is actually coming out in February. So I'm super excited about it. Here's a picture of him. There he is. He's flamey. I haven't decided if I wanted to be like Super Saiyan him or like just like child. I think I'm leaning towards the child because I think I'll like it better and it will just like not give me as much work. So I love less work. My favorite is least amount of work because I kind of want to focus on like other cosplays on my plan, you know. And another costume that I wanted to do for this con is the live action Mulan. Here she is. She's so beautiful. Oh, she like makes me so happy. I have the red hanfu. I have these like the clothing already because it's from like another cosplay that I could wear. So I think I'm just gonna do that because this is kind of a costume that is like kind of last minute and kind of last minute. Like it's not really a costume that I do anticipate being my main costume of the weekend. But so the only thing I really need to make is her hip armor. And this movie's coming out in March anyway. So like yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually thinking about maybe like since my hair I maybe using my hair because my hair kind of has that texture kind of. I don't like using my hair for cosplay, but I might dye like the ends of my hair, which is blonde right now, kind of blondish, black, and then do that. I'm not sure yet, or I'll just use a wig. I have plenty of like lace front long wigs that I can get for her, so it'll be fine. My next costume, I'm not sure we're still doing this or not, depending on funding. I think my friend and I are kind of like, usually I do groups with just my friend and I. So like she and I live together. So like we kind of just, play it by ear. And, if our funding doesn't work out, we'll drop a couple of costumes. That's usually how it works. And we usually work pretty okay together. So this is Xie from 天光赐福 or Heaven's Official Blessing. He's great. He's gonna be a pretty low cost costume because it's literally just like white hanfu all the way down. I do have a white hanfu, but I don't think I can use it because I think his is like all the way down, like full body, and then the one I have right now is just like a top. So it's probably not gonna work out. I might have to make this one from scratch. So that's gonna suck, but it'll be fine. Not that worried about it. And then finally, I'm gonna be France from Hitalia because apparently, like a new decade also means bringing a popular costume from the decade before. Apparently, so yes, France. I'm gonna be doing the regular version. I was originally gonna do this like really cute, roughly version of him, but like I don't think it's feasible considering it's gonna be expensive, and I'm not here for it. I'm not here for the expense, and I already spent a lot of money on certain costumes on this lineup that I just don't think I'll be doing that like special version of France. At all. I think I'll just do a regular version of France and then probably alter and make it from there. So that's kind of what my projects are for 2020. There's only 6 of them right now. But I think afterwards I'll probably be like re-wearing it. Like if I'm not gonna be like grown Naja for costume, I'll be grown Naja for whatever other con I'm gonna be doing because I already have the costume. So why not? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to that question that I like totally skipped out on just now because I don't know. So it says your most memorable convention experience. That is so hard. Most memorable convention experience. Like I feel like I can tell you like most memorable convention experience like in this year, but I don't think I can tell you most memorable convention experience in this decade. Like that's crazy. I mean, I guess one of the most memorable convention experience is like the year when I met my best friend now, which was AUSA. I think it was 2013. And I met a lot of cool people that year, which I didn't really expect. And then one of them was my best friend now. And I actually like randomly met her at that con. And then we happened to be going to the same school together. And she's just a few years younger than me. And we hung out. And that was the first time, like, we hung out as people, like, met. And then later on, like, we started hanging out more. And then now we are, like, best friends and we, like, room together. And, like, that's cool. Like, it's crazy to, like, be able to, like, meet people from conventions and then, like, have them as, like, lifelong friends. Like, I feel like a lot of my friends now I met at conventions. And, like, and yeah, like literally most of my friends now I met at conventions for the most part, unless I went to school with them, which is a huge minority. And that year was also the year that I saw my other two now pretty close friends at that con. Like I took a photo of them and I didn't like befriend them at that con, but it's really like weird, like really deja vu to like be able to like literally like meet all people of my friend groups at once at that convention, which was really weird. I've never been to a convention. You should try it sometime. It's actually quite fun. And I remember my first convention, which is like past this decade now. It was in 2008. It was actually like a lot of fun. And it's like very like how should I say it? It's like kind of overwhelming when you first go, but it's like a lot of fun. No matter how big the convention is, and since you've never been to a convention, you will feel like holy shit, like look at all this like fandom and all this exciting things that's happening. So it's always like good to go. Like even if it's like a small local one that is like, like not the biggest convention, but it might even be better because it's more it's cozier. It's like more like I don't know, friendly. Like with small conventions, it's usually more friendly. Like personally, at this point, I've been going to cons for almost 12 years now. Like I started going to cons in the beginning of 2008. So almost 12 years now I've been going to conventions. Um, I find that a lot of like kind of smaller conventions are actually way more fun than like those huge conventions where like everybody goes to. It gets a little overwhelming and I don't really want to be there, if that makes sense. So yeah, like I would recommend doing that because I think, it's really fun. I think that's all of the questions, if I recall. Yeah. So there were 10 questions. I've answered all 10 of them. But this decade has been great. Like cosplay wise, I've really expanded on my cosplay collection. I've learned a lot of skills. In the beginning of 2010, I was not able to like make a complete cosplay by myself. I could not style wigs yet. You know, I wasn't able to kind of like work with different fabrics. Like when I was in high school, which was like a couple years before 2010, and that's when I started going into cons and cosplay. I did mostly like altering and also like make the costume out of the cheapest material possible. So like from 2010 to now, I've been really working with a bunch of different materials, and I was able to like meet a lot of cool people and in this decade, like literally like all my good friends that I made, most of them are from this decade. And it's through cosplay. So, I have cosplay to thank for that. And yeah, it's been pretty great. It's been a pretty great decade. Um, so I have not been posting videos regularly. The reason is because I'm in Alabama right now and I am caring for my mother in the hospital right now. So I haven't had the time to edit, and I've filmed 2 videos and then they haven't been edited, and I don't think they're going to be edited in 2019 as my dad is coming home in a few days, and then and I have to care for my mother until I go home in January 3rd. So it's going to be unlikely that you guys will see those videos until 2020. So I guess this is my last video of 2019. I'm sorry that it's a stream and not a edited video. I did try to upload like another video, but YouTube wouldn't let me for some reason. I don't know why. YouTube can be sometimes very dumb. So yeah, this is my last video of 2019. Like, thank you guys so much for like supporting me, because I know my like subscriber base is very small, and I know I like rarely post sometimes. But I really appreciate you guys being here, and you guys motivate me to make more videos. Oh, it's okay. Thank you. You guys motivate me to make more videos, because I genuinely really love making videos, and I actually been making videos since 2010 actually. And I used to make a lot of vlogs, and I deleted all of them off my channel, which is very sad because I miss them. But yeah, like, thank you guys so much for sticking around, for chilling with me, for watching my videos, supporting me. Really appreciate that. And I hope you guys have like a wonderful holiday and wonderful new year. So I'll see you guys in 2020. Bye.